Dear friends, you must have noticed that a lot of discussions are going on with regard to development, infrastructure development, inviting industries across the world to have their industries in India, made in India, make in India, make a hub of industries to export and earn economic benefit for the country, generate employment for the people. Yeah, that's a good one. We all expect it to happen very soon. But when we invite global investors to have their industries here, they will have to be given a lot of infrastructure facilities that has been now on devastating our forest, sacrificing forest to give them such facilities, exploring resources for industries to feed for their basic requirement. Yeah, that's on. I do agree that infrastructure development is necessary. But what about water? Is there any water for them to run their industries here? Have they assessed existing industries are getting sufficient water for their facilities now? What was the rainfall last 25 years ago and now? And what would be in next 10 years? What Niti Ayoga says about this water facility, water availability in India? Niti Ayoga has clearly told that in next 10 years, by 2030, 40% of the Indian population will have a severe water scarcity for drinking only. What about industries? How will they run their industries without water? Who has thought of it? Why can't they think of this? This is the basic facility every industry needs. We cannot plan anything on a temporary basis. Lot of investors are coming here, may come here and have their industries. If they don't have water, what will be their fate here? They'll have to run away from this country, blaming entire country and its people. See, last 25 years ago, rainfall on an average was 1200 millimeters to 2000 millimeters. What is today? Today it is just 400 to 600 millimeters. Our rainfall has reduced so much. It's a warning bell for the people who are sitting in a policy making position. The people are facing in many of the areas in India already water scarcity. Our groundwater is nil now, almost nil. Rainfalls have reduced so much. This is all because of the devastation of the forest in the last 72 years in the name of development only. Under such circumstances, again we are sacrificing our pristine forest, our national parks, our elephant zones, our tiger zones, which are very much necessary to maintain the biodiversity of the country, to maintain proper water rainfall for the people to drink water and industries to run. Last 3 months during lockdown period, it is said that central government has already sacrificed 30 major forest areas for the developmental plans, for mining, for exploration of oil, gas, or building a infrastructure for the industries to come there and build their industries. But what will happen if there is no water facility for these people to run their industries? Has anybody thought of it? Take example of a Belur industry area in Dharwad. Again, here also investors meet was done, and a lot of industries are about to come. It was said, and 3,600 acres of land around Belur is planned to acquire and build infrastructure for industries to come and generate employment for the locals here. That's all fine. Has anybody made a survey that existing industries in Belur industrial area are having sufficient water facility to run their industries? How many of them have left for the simple reason that there is no sufficient water facility for them to run their industries? No, we are very fast in acquiring lands, building infrastructure, and leaving all the industries in a troubled water. They will not have water to run their industries. Have you made any arrangements for the water? Where will you bring the water? From where will you bring the water? We have only one river, that is Malaprabha, which is not able to suffice the need of the Hubli Dharwad people for drinking. We are getting once in 10 days now. What about industries? From where they get water? Already existing industrialists are complaining the water scarcity problem, and nobody is addressing them. They are left with no answers. Again, we are inviting industrialists here, invest their hard-earned money and build their industries, give employment. Will it be a successful plan? Whether the very purpose of this will be met or not, it is a serious issue. Our policymakers have to think of this. And we also want Hubli to Ankola rail project to be implemented, cutting down 3 lakhs of trees here, which is already reduced to 7.8%. The complete forest area, Western Ghat, has reduced to very small chunk of trees now. And the loss of biodiversity, nobody has assessed about it. Leave about Western Ghats. Have you left with other areas in North India, Chhattisgarh, Odisha? Already mining contracts are given to so many industrialists for, exploring mines. I think if the existing forests are devastated, entire India, leave about employment, they will have to fight for water. Even if they fight for water, there will not be any water here. That has to be understood by these policymakers. We have left with no water. Our rivers are dry. 75% of Indian rivers are defunct. 25%, are with a drain water. Most of the rivers are not reaching our oceans because of the less rains. Because we have reduced our forest coverage less than 10% now. Let us not think of development without water. Assure that people will have water, then cut down if you want our forest. If there are no forests, there are no water at all. Seriously, it has to be thought of. All the people who are in the chair are very enlightened, very aware that these facts are not unknown to them. Let us not run for the sake of running. Let us ensure people they will have a better oxygen, water to drink, and water to grow their food for all of the country. The farmers are left with no water in the ground. Rainfalls have reduced, and they are facing already immense problem with regard to water. And how will you give water to these industries wherein you are investing billions and billions taxpayers' money, sacrificing social welfare programs, sacrificing so many other programs which will benefit downtrodden who are suffering in this area of COVID-19. I hope industrialists should demand first the water and basic amenities if they have to come here. The government also should come forward to ensure that our forests are safe. Our forests are not touched by these people. In fact, they are promoted in order to get better water facilities for the for the humanity here in India, and for the people who want to invest here and develop the area with their industries and generate employment. We need definitely employment opportunities. We need definitely industries, and the youngsters should get employment for their livelihood. But that development, whatever we are seeking, should be sustainable, should not harm the existing biodiversity and forest. You should actually add to this for the richness of the nature, environment, and forest, and the development should happen in that way without touching our forest, because we have already reduced them to less than 10%. And you have to listen to the Niti Ayoga, which has suggested that by 2030, water is the major issue in India. Hope the country needs development. Hope they will also understand development cannot be done by sacrificing our forest and biodiversity. Thank you.